Hey, T.Y. Williams, what's up? What's up, T.Y. Williams? You doing okay? You doing all right? Yeah, I just got a watermelon from Walmart. Two of them. Like I'm cutting up this one, and I've chopped up into cubes. These here. Thank you for the thumbs up. But then I got this one here. Yo, they understood the assignment. I'm telling y'all. And I got those. I got those. And a part of my groceries. I spent 60 some bucks. Where my receipt at? Oh crap. Oh Lord, can't see it. $67, $65.71. Yo, that's a juicy. It's so T-Raw is good. It's good, yo. Mm. I promise you, it's so sweet. It's so sweet. I told myself I better, because while they're good, let me go ahead and get them. Because I go through watermelon like crazy. I go through watermelon like I go through water. So thank y'all for the thumb. I appreciate y'all coming and give me a thumbs up. Hey, Colin, how you doing, Colin? I'm loving your profile pic, bro. I love that. I love how you've gained that. Not to say you didn't have confidence, but I love how you was like, you know what? Let me put my picture on here. Colin, W to you, bro. You're so awesome. I appreciate you. Keep going. Don't worry about what anybody has to say about you, be it good or bad. Okay? You keep your head held high because you know why? You're amazing. You're absolutely amazing. And I appreciate you for your kindness and your support. It does not go unnoticed. Trust me. I appreciate you all so much. I know I expose myself and I am a Trump supporter and I know some people just don't like the fact that I genuinely support Trump, but I don't know how to. I don't know. Like I said, I feel like we just have to agree to disagree, and that's okay. Hey Jenna, hey Terrence, are you under a state of emergency? All 55 countries in West Virginia. Really? Oh wait, you said you're on a state of emergency? So Jenna, I saw a picture. You saw I saw a picture or something, right? Did you say that earlier? And I was like, didn't look like that much snow outside. I said, damn, I didn't go to Colorado, Maine, Montana. Ooh, I'm talking about snow out the ass. But look, listen, everybody stay safe out there, seriously. Cause it's I'm in Florida. It's a little cool now. It's gonna get down to 30, they said, but I know that's not that cold compared to where y'all at. Tell y'all and say, guess what, Colin? I got my molar pulled. Oh, county's not okay. Gotcha, no problem. I figured you were talking about that. Look at this. I'm cutting up the watermelon, man. Look at that. Oh my God. Anybody want to discuss ice and I want y'all honest opinion. Please do not agree with me because y'all like me. I want your honest opinion. Do you think Ice was in the wrong with Renee Good? And do you think they was in the wrong with Alex Pretty? What do you want your honest opinions? I don't in a piece or two because of shit. It's an indulgence day. You support my journey. Thank you so much. What recipe? Oh my God. This don't make no damn sense how sweet this watermelon is. Oh my gosh. This is the sweetest yet. Y'all, I feel like I'm in Mississippi. I feel like my granddad. Thank you, Jesus. I'm not lying, y'all. I feel like my dad's father, has somehow helped me pick these watermelons. I ain't lying. Like I got this one. I got this one, and I'm cutting up another one of these here. I paid $8.10 for one, so $16.20 for two watermelons. But thank you God, because I got when I complained about them bad watermelons, I had like 4 bad ones, y'all, at Walmart. 4 bad ones. I showed them the video and everything. My right-handed guy, and them people gave me $175 gift card. So I ain't do it just to get a gift card, but I said I'm not gonna. No, I said listen, I'm not gonna feel ashamed like I'm stealing another. I showed them the proof, and y'all, I showed y'all them bad ass watermelons. Don't make no damn sense. You can't be selling it to people who spend their hard-earned money. You know what I'm saying? Who work hard. Cause these I don't care if they was $1. Okay. You said I love you, brother. Just giving you some crap. Wait. You got hold on. You got some grape juice too? I ain't got no grape juice, but look. Shit, I got so many of these damn grapes. I got so many of these damn grape repels. You know I'm gonna have some grape. I got grape. Here I got. What else I got? I got grape. I got kiwi watermelon splashers. No, kiwi watermelon. We're gonna have a watermelon and grape and all that. But this is all healthy though. But no, I know you're giving me crap. I don't take offense to that, and I appreciate you for coming in and laughing and let's make light of certain things. I know ice isn't nothing to laugh about, but there are people, I'm getting like death threats and everything. I ain't lying. And in the comments, oh my gosh, some of them comments are so mean. All because who I choose to support. And if you don't support them, okay, but you don't have to hate nobody. But I'm gonna cut this up and I'm gonna read the comments. Cause I want to know what people thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is so much damn watermelon though. I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator. Okay. Let me pop these over in one moment, y'all. I'm gonna do this here. I'm telling you, watermelon is so good. Y'all see these clothes? You see my clothes? That watermelon, that eating healthier, eating right. And I got all these over here. Hold on 1 second. If I was with my old roommate, she has horses, and the horses love this. They love that watermelon rind. Like they eat it like it's going out of business. Fun fact, if you guys didn't know that, horses eat watermelon rind. Yeah, they probably eat watermelon, but they ain't love the damn horse that damn much. Hell shit. Cause these watermelons ain't cheap. I'm cooking a pizza too, y'all. So y'all gotta remind me to periodically look. And I ain't got that timer on that oven, which I should, but I don't. And this is the first. Like I've eaten a couple of these pieces of watermelon, but this is all I've eaten today. So the pizza will be the first thing that I've had. Hold on 1 second. Man. Okay. Yeah, I gotta stop. I gotta do this because I want to look at the comments. Thank y'all for coming in. Please double tap that screen for me. How y'all doing? For some of us, it's, well, for some of us, it's still, well, I guess it's still, because I'm on the East Coast. Oh, 1 second. Okay. Where are my wipes? Oh, here you go. Clorox wipes. Clorox. Not sponsored, but needs to be. I'm gonna mop and everything later on this week. Y'all know I'm obsessed with a clean home. I get that from my mom and my daddy. I ain't lying. I can't stand the dirty house. And when I rented that damn car, I rented the car and I immediately went to the car wash right before I drove 14 hours to go back home to Mississippi. I can't stand no dirty shit. How you gonna sit here? Oh, shut up. You know what I'll do? I'll do that. I'm gonna put the watermelons in here. Okay. How the heck did you get those cheap? You murdered someone? Hell no. But 810 for one is not cheap. I keep forgetting you can't put the G word on here. You good? Hey, Dad man, what's up? Damn, you big as hell, Terrence. I'm glad you're making healthy changes. Sam, I'm big as hell. I weigh 207 pounds. I mean, I'm a big guy still, but I was 478.8 pounds. But you might still think that I'm super big. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a big guy, but I am not big like how I was. Go back to my old videos, and then you compare myself where I'm at now to where I was 2.5 years ago. You left the refrigerator. I know. I gotta stop doing that, don't I? Terrence, I'm eating Pizza Hut right now. Pizza Hut? Oh, you got some money. I ain't got no money for Pizza Hut. Oh, Lord. Would you give me some? Oh, y'all, look what I got too. So I went to Walmart. I got raspberries. Y'all saw that damn watermelon. I have Sola cinnamon. Kelsey, my niece, ate all of these. She said, Uncle Terrence, can I said, you gotta ask me. Okay, I'm gonna go get. I said, okay. She cut it. Put it in the toaster oven. I brought my this is what I got. I brought this here with me to Mississippi. I bought the Philadelphia blueberry one and the Philadelphia honey pecan. She put that honey pecan on there, and y'all, those are healthy. These are they're right here. They're healthy. Okay, so they're 29 grams of fiber, 6 net carbs per bagel. A lot of bagels have 50, 60, even up to 100 carbohydrates in one bagel. This one only has 6. So if you cut it in half, what's 6 minus 3? 3 net carbs. So if you ate the whole bagel, the whole bagel is 6 net carbs. So I made bacon, egg and cheese sandwiches with it, sausage, egg and cheese sandwiches with it, ham and cheese sandwiches with it, bagel by itself, peanut butter and jelly, low sugar, of course. And I got this here. Yeah, I'm super excited to share this with you guys because it really has the weight loss has changed it's changed so much about me. Sugar free. You see this? This is a blackberry, so dang good, y'all. This tastes just like the blackberry jam at the damn Cracker Barrel. I said, oh my God, so good. But it's about like $7. About $7, so I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a little on the pricey side, but it's okay. It's okay. Because you know why? You can't put a price on health. Okay, I'm gonna let that stay in just for like 2 more seconds. Well, whatever. And I'm gonna bring it out. I'm trying to find this plate to put it on. Where is the plate that I had? Oh, here it is. Y'all, this my. I want to start crying. Why am I getting emotional? This is my mama plate. Oh. Oh my God. And this, I had these plates in my Denali, my white one that was flooded. It was underwater. And something was like, take that out. I took that out. I took my mom obituaries out. I took a few things out. And I didn't know that the bay, I took it out the night before. I was at in Naples, Florida, in Southwest Florida. I'm in Fort Myers now, but this is Hurricane Ian. And so what from now, oh my God, it was like what 4 years ago almost? Anyway, the whole bay ended up in the, flooding the whole like Southwest Florida. But I got my mom plates and like I said, some of her obituaries, and I don't know. It's just interesting, like that. And this is my mom right here. I don't know if y'all know, but that's my mom. That's my mom. Her name was Gloria. She passed away in 2016 of ovarian cancer. She was 51 years young. And she lives in my heart. She lives in my heart. And I love her so much. And so that's her plate. And I'm going to put the pizza on the plate. Ooh, that heat is something. So guys, this is I'm going to make sure to turn this off. And I'm not going to eat like all this right now. So I don't want nobody to come with me in the comments. But this is a Supreme pizza. Y'all see that? Supreme pizza. It has green pepper, onions. Is there onions? Green peppers, onions, sausage, pepperoni, black olives, red onions, white onions. Okay, green peppers. Yeah, and it has 3 different type of cheeses on it. Don't ask me which type of. I forgot. Damn. I forgot. I'll be forgetting. Okay, but let me put this back in here. Kelsey was here right now and be like, Uncle Terrence, can I have one? I'm like, you ain't gotta ask me for nothing. Just go ahead and eat it. She probably eat all them damn. She probably eat all these bagels. I love that girl. I miss my family. I miss them. I just got back home. I just left Mississippi, got back to Florida. Last week was it? I just miss them already. And you guys, we're gonna go to Dollywood for the 4th of July. So I've already taken some time off. I already requested. Let me just close this. I gotta stop doing this. Is a habit of mine. My mama talking to me because she'd be like, boy, close that damn refrigerator. I've done it all my life, y'all. Oh, and I got this Tajin. I saw that over by the fruits. And so so many people have told me, I think Odom Homestead. Oh, not Shanti, but I forgot the name. Ugh. They retired. Man, I feel so bad because I'm forgetting people's names. I'm forgetting their channel names. But they told me to put this on watermelon, so I'm gonna try it. Maybe should I try it now? Hold on. How do you open this? Okay, wait. Y'all, I ain't never tried this. This is the first time I'm trying this. Hold on 1 second. Y'all see I got like tons of, I cut up all my watermelon. I cut it all up. Okay, I'm gonna try a piece of it. I'm nervous. Why am I nervous? I'm trying to show y'all that I'm gonna try it. Hold on. Oh, shit. Whoa, I like that. I like that better than the salt, actually. And it's reduced sodium. Reduced so. Ooh! Chain, 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 chain of food. How long? Yeah. Okay. Got my Aretha coming out. You eating pizza? Okay. F Mac. So I don't want us to be disrespectful, okay? I'm trying to bring good energy. I don't want us to be disrespectful. Okay, so Kay said, ICE deported and used a 5-year-old as bait to get him and his family who were legally in the country. A 5-year-old boy deported. He can't understand. He still had his Spider-Man backpack on. Okay, so I'm going to tell you this. Do we know for a fact that they were legally supposed to be here? Do you know, like, because I've seen it in the news. I can't speak on it too much because I don't know all the situations, but if they are suspicious of someone being here illegally, they have, in my opinion, they have the right or the tactics, if you will, to do as they need to do. And I'm just keeping it real. They didn't harm the 5-year-old. You know what I'm saying? I know people are saying, man, you're so evil. That's horrible. But, you know, just as you're saying that, you have them have deported over 200,000 illegal immigrants, a lot of which were pedophiles and molesters and really murderers, have harmed people. So, you know, I guess in a sense, I'm not going to sit up here and hold you. It's a double-edged sword. But this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people will still be in this country illegally. And even if the people who are legally in the country, if they are under some type of suspicion, you know, I mean, I feel like they have every right. That's what I said. I mean, if they approach me, I'm gonna do everything in my power to show them, like, hey, I'm a U.S. citizen, and I'm not gonna be disrespectful. I'm not gonna be combative. You know, I don't know. Like, you can call me weird, but that's just how I look at it. Um, you said F Trump. Okay, shut the refrigerator, you clown. Okay. First time I've seen dude in a home. Why does he pretend to be homeless? I am homeless. I'm whatever you guys, I'm what people have called me, and I'm whatever you guys want me to be or claim that I am. Bro, you need some protein too. I have lots of protein. I've lost 207 pounds, y'all. I've gone like I've had literally like full body checkups. Um, I say checkups, but it's really like full body physicals. Cholesterol was high. Cholesterol is like, you know, it's amazing right now. Never had really high blood pressure. I never was a diabetic. Thank you, God. You guys, I actively played tennis, okay? Actively, even when I was 478 pounds. I've lost weight. You know, I still have a lot of weight to lose, but I've lost weight and I haven't done any GPO. I mean, I haven't done any GP1, no Manjaro, no Ozempic. I've done this I'm eating, I'm showing you guys what I eat and stuff, even though now it's an indulgence day. Shout out to Is Gamma's World for telling me to call it that. Because I used to say cheat day, but it's like I'm not cheating anything. I work my butt off. Everything in moderation, and I feel good. Oh, I got a Honeycrisp apple. I got those raspberries. Y'all saw the watermelon. And then I got these grapes. So I got lots of fruit. And I still got pine berries. Anybody ever had a pine berry? Ice hasn't done anything wrong. I agree. FJB, I agree. I think that, you know, for the people that have been aggressive and maybe have used the power or whatever excessively and have done some wrong things, they've removed those officers. But if you just want to come in and say, oh wow, they're horrible, they're this, no, they're not. You know, these people are trying to make America great again, and they're doing just that. And I think instead of trying to hurt them and push them out, I think people need to embrace them. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it makes sense to me. Okay, we're going to pop this one on. And I'm going to pop the other top on. I'm sorry, I have to eat some more. This will be my dessert. We got both of them on, nice and sealed. And I'm gonna pop them in the refrigerator. See, I turn that off. Now I have these in the freezer. Tomorrow we're gonna make, well, tomorrow evening, Angus steak burgers. And I have everything. I have all the extras. Oh, I wanted to show y'all this here. Oh my gosh, I should have got the other. They had two more, but the pine berries. Anybody ever had pine berries? Love you, homie. I have to hit. Okay. Hey, Blake. You said get off. Hello. Hey. Horses love. Hey, and pigs love. Deportation? You mean deportation? Come back to us. Hello. Colorado here. Oh, hey, how's the weather? Then you should learn basic law. ICE has a job to do, like all of us. We do our jobs well and terribly throughout our life. On the other hand, I always knew if I don't follow what any officer says, it can end bad. You know what? What you say, I don't know who the hell you are, but can I give you a high five? Can I give you a dab handshake with the arm around with this arm holding the hand, the other arm around your back? Thank you so much for keeping it 100. I mean, comply and don't you comply, be respectful, and there won't be any issues. I've never had any issues, you guys. I've been racially profiled. Okay, I have. I'm 39 years old. I've been racially profiled in my life. But even though I know that that's the situation, I'm not going to sit up here and try to provoke or get upset or lose my mind. Even as someone who carries, I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to give them a reason to do that. You know what I'm saying? Well, I think you're fine. Thank you so much. Why you dress like a street fighter? I'm a street fighter? Damn, you're so gross. I'm gross, musty, man. I'm not gross, dude. Why am I gross? The ICE agents pepper spray the baby. LO pronounce it Tahine. Tahine. This is Tahine. Oh, not Tajin. Oh, okay, thank you. Tahine. Yes, Tajin on fruit is good. Oh wow, Linda. Hey, Linda. It tastes better on mangoes. Really? So you believe what the ICE agent that executed Alex did nothing wrong despite the angles? Let me tell you this much. My right hand to God. My right hand to God. I know. I watched every damn thing, everything. We still don't know what even happened, what was said, or what before then. He had been there on the side and in the streets, directing traffic and all that. I don't know what this man said. At the end of the day, I understand freedom of speech, but why would you come with a gun? Why would you come to a protest, peaceful protest, with a gun? You guys, I understand the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. Don't think that I don't understand what is within this Constitution in this beautiful country. But what are we doing? We know, have we not learned from Renee Good? Have we not learned from other situations? All I'm saying is, if it's a situation is already heated and it's tense, why would I want to bring more, let me just say this, more gasoline to the fire? You take a fire, add gasoline to it and see what happens. It's going to expand. I cannot for the life of me, I feel like people are 50-50. Some people agree, some people don't agree. I don't want you guys to just agree with me just because I'm saying this, but I want you to really think about the trajectory of what is going on here. We know ICE agents are fearful. We know, innocent, legal citizens are fearful because of the things that are going on in this country. But at the end of the day, why would I want to sit up here and cause more? Let me just cause more strife. Let me come here, even if that's not my intentions. I can't. I don't know how to. I don't know how to put it into. I don't know how to say it, y'all. Like people, they say, "Oh wow, you're victim shaming." I can't win. I'm not going to be able to win because I'm not victim shaming. I'm calling it how I see it. As an individual that is able to have an opinion just as you guys. I'm calling it how I see it. I don't think they've done anything wrong. I think they've given ample opportunity to people. And I feel like when people come in, I'm so sorry for this refrigerator. When people come in, their space, these are the potential things that can and probably will happen. I'm not people because one woman was like, "Well, I hope that it's going to happen to your family. It's going to happen to your loved one." The hell it will, because all of my family members carry. My mom couldn't stand. My mom couldn't stand guns. She couldn't stand guns, but my dad always had carried a gun. My dad shot and killed someone who was breaking and entering our house when I was like 4 or 5 years of age. I'll never forget that. But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is, why would I go to a protest with a firearm? Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Why would I give them? And then okay, so we know the we know that it's so tense. It's so tense. It's just elevated. People don't think. They don't think like they should. I'm not gonna sit up here like I keep saying. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I'm telling y'all how I feel. I don't think that these ICE agents are properly trained. Do I think that they're horrible? No. For instance, how many times have you guys gone to businesses and you know damn well that the person that's supposed to have a great knowledge of okay that of the store or whatever the case may be, they don't know. They get these people. It's happened. It's even in the surgery. It's every aspect of these work fields. A lot of these people aren't trained. I've been in the medical field for 20 years. My right handed guy, I ain't know it 2 years into it. I didn't know nothing. I felt like I knew things. I just felt like I got stronger within like 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. If anybody knows about surgery and the medical field and stuff, I feel like I became stronger. But that takes time. And I just feel like with these officers, just like with police, just like with the private investigators, this takes time. And I just think that when you have a community that is not willing to work with you, that's already upset, they're already in an uproar because President Trump is the president of the United States. People are pissed off. They're angry. They're so angry. It's cucumber. Okay, I have to try that. I got a cucumber too. So you believe that the ICE agent was okay? Okay. So I read that one. Do you hate the Fourth and Fifth Amendment? I don't hate anything. I don't hate anything. Let me make this very clear. I don't even use that terminology. I don't hate anybody or anything. Terrence, off topic, but MJ or LeBron? I personally think LeBron isn't top five, and Yaming is the best of all time, in my opinion. I'm gonna have to go with you ain't gonna like me for this, but I'm gonna have to go with LeBron. Because again, you gotta factor in the things that are going on in today's world versus back then. Michael Jordan, dope as I don't know what, but did not have as much, in my opinion, much as competition as LeBron James has. So LeBron James for sure. Can you twerk for us? I mean, maybe in a little while. Congrats on your weight loss. Thank you so much. What you say? Good job on the weight loss. I'm trying. Thank you so much. I appreciate the congrats. Thank you. Thank y'all for the congratulations. I appreciate that. Your mean homie, LOL. Black Panthers returns. Panthers. ICE needs mandatory body cams and actual accountability. TF, I'm not gonna sit up here. I agree. I agree. I think. Let me just say this. A lot of people are just, even themselves, I think some of them are frightened. We're not seeing everything, you guys. We're not seeing everything. I can tell you that. Man, if he was in the league for a little longer, he would have been a Hall gamer before he retired. I take it you never saw any of the video footage. I saw all of them. I saw all the video footage, and I'm sure there'll be more out here. They shot that man in the back 9 times and he was disarmed. It's on multiple videos. Let me tell you this. I know they shot. I know they did. And let me tell you, yes, immediately right after that the guy in the gray, jacket, the blazer, removed his firearm. Removed Alice's firearm. I don't know what is going through their heads. I don't know why oh my gosh, why it was so fast, right? But why was there even resistance from him? And why Why have your firearm on you? It's a lot of shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and a lot of questions. I'm just saying, you guys, like there's no need for that if you are talking about far as protesting, and if you're talking about in a peaceful manner. And in my opinion, if it's like okay, a peaceful manner, I wouldn't have that on me. I just wouldn't. Now, if I know that I'm going to go there with the intent to harm somebody, I'd have it on me. In a protest that I mean, I'm just saying, there's no, I don't, y'all, you can hate me, you can talk about me, but there's just no reason to have had that. And then people say, okay, well, Terrence, they gathered it. Well, did they know that they gathered all the weapons, everything? Because again, that was on him, but what else could have been on him? So I can't tell you exactly what they were thinking. I can All I know is you have emotions going out of the ass. I just wish that this man wouldn't have been. I understand officers are pushing the people. You guys, you got to get back. You got to get back. Again, I understand what videos show, what they depict, but we still weren't there either. We still weren't there. And I'm just keeping it 100. I'm keeping it 100. I understand what videos show, but were we there from the very start? From the very start? No, we were not. But they did. They absolutely they shot. They did. And I'm not gonna. You think I'm on here to say that they did not shoot? An ICE agent didn't shoot and kill Renee Good, and an ICE agent didn't shoot and kill Alex Pretty. You think I'm just gonna say that? You think that I'm dumb? No. What I'm saying is, I really wish you would have. I've gone to several in my life now, several peaceful protests. I wouldn't. I would. The last thing on my mind is like, let me bring a gun here. What? And then for the woman who said in the man's comment, because I read this earlier, it's gonna happen to your family member, and it's gonna happen to you next, and I just can't wait. And she said, my right hand to God, I said I wanted to bring it, I wanted to show it on my channel. She says, I hope and pray that they kill one of your family members next. I said, and so I'm in my mind, I'm like, well, damn. Well, you just gonna be hoping and praying for a long time because it ain't gonna happen to my damn family members unless they just happen to be driving through or driving past or walking past or something like that, and a stray bullet hit them. And Lord forbid, but I said, none of my, this ain't a black or white thing, but none of us about to sit up here and approach their damn ass because you pushing this woman, this man, this. Well, if the woman and the man is walking towards me, because they're not just right here and the ICE agent just walking up and let me just push you. Clearly, these people are walking in their direction. They're walking in their space. They keep saying, get back, get back, get back. Yo, be compliant. Even if you have to bite your fucking tongue, bite that son of a damn gun open. Hold your mule, hold your emotions. Emotions are just running rampant. They're running wild. I use my voice, I use my channel, and I pray to God this platform and try to do it in the most respectful manner. I'm not a sellout. I'm not somebody who's like, oh my gosh, I'm just gonna let people walk over me. But you guys, we gotta pick and choose our battles. It can be your life. It can be your life. My mom and my daddy told me, when you get stopped by a police officer, I don't care if it's white, black, green, purple, 210, two hands on the steering wheel, and 10 fingers on the damn steering wheel. 210. Okay, like so meaning like what 2 o'clock and 10 o'clock, but you got 10 fingers, you got 2 hands, 210. You make eye contact and you tell them, hey, but my dad always said, keep multiple. Now it's so weird because I have all these digital things and it's like shit is on my phone, but I still have a manual card, but digital is just easier with the apps. But now you have these cops who are trained for that. So they understand, well, damn, you got this on there, you got this, what I'm saying? You got cops that you guys know about this, like, because my uncle he's a retired police officer, but he was like, hell, they got the damn phone things, the scan, the QR code thing that they can scan your car and pull it up and see everything and stuff, whatever. And that's just, these are things that are put in place to conveniently help us and like be the liaison with us being the citizens, and then them being the, the first responders, the police officers and stuff. But at the end of the day, all I'm saying is times have changed, just like your taxes, right? Taxes change every year. We have to make sure that we abide by, the rules and regulations and policies and procedures and all that good stuff. And I just feel like people are not doing, they might come to things with good intentions, but I think people are making some poor decisions. I really do. I just, that's why I said it's just not going to. It had to be a thing where, um, Lord forbid, but I'm walking past or a family member's walking past and something like that were to happen. But even if that's the case, I'm not gonna be nowhere. I'm not gonna be anywhere out there because I already know that it's chaos. I got to tell you this much: I was in St. Louis, Missouri, and during the time that Michael Brown was killed, and so in Ferguson, and so I'm telling you, I protested. I did the peaceful protest, but before then, when the dead happened and stuff, I was so close to that area that I can actually smell. My eyes weren't burning, but I definitely had like something with my sinuses with that tear gas. It was just that potent. It was just that strong. But again, I wasn't like crazy, crazy, crazy far away where my Airbnb was in St. Louis. All I'm saying is, if I know that it's crazy and it's not peaceful, I know that potentially tear gas is coming. I know that maybe some shots will be fired. Who knows? You have a lot of people who, like I said, they don't even live in that community. They're coming to protest, and they're coming to protest. They're not coming to be peaceful. They want to take revenge. So you got to be very careful. I just feel like, no, was Alex in the video? I didn't think, okay, my God, he was excessively crazy or this or that. All I'm saying is, why would I bring a gun? And then, I'm stepping in the foot because, okay, an officer does push the he she is pushed by him, by the ICE agent, but I'm gonna come in between them now, and something that's already heated. You guys, it's just so much going on. I just wouldn't put myself in that situation, and I do think that citizens of the United States of America do feel like, a lot of them obviously in Minneapolis feel like, okay, ICE is a waste of time. This is horrible. But if you do your due diligence, you'll see that it really has been necessary and it's been productive. Now, unfortunately, we see these people they've lost their lives. I just don't think it was really great. It was great. There weren't great decisions made by them. I in my heart, I really do. I'm telling you guys, I'm telling y'all. Now, somebody said, Terrence, they showed me the picture and stuff, whatever. Well, look at this woman. She's face down. They're spraying it in her eyes. And I said, that's fucking wrong. That's wrong. Do not think that. Let me just tell you this. When I say ICE hasn't done anything wrong, I'm specifically speaking towards, and I want to be very clear about Renee Good and about Alex Pretty. I pray to God I'm saying their names right. I'm specifically speaking about them, but I have said this, I mean, since I can remember. I don't agree with everything that Charlie Kirk did, or I mean, said, that is. I don't agree with everything that Donald Trump has said. I don't agree with everything that even the ICE agents have done, in the way that they've taken out in the way that they carried out certain things. But you guys, they're not just going around just shooting people. They're just not. If that's the case, it will be a lot more fatalities going on. Do I fear that it's going to be more? Hell yeah, because people are irate, they're upset, and the emotions are getting involved, and they don't know how to really channel, peaceful protests. They just feel like they're being attacked. So I don't know. I can tell you this much. Why is it? Why? Okay, have you ever thought about this though? Because I was talking to a coworker, and I know we probably shouldn't have been talking about this at work, but we know we're peaceful, and we are, we're left and right. But have you ever thought, like, well, where is the actual police? Where is the police when this is going on? Because the ICE agents, okay, we know That's the immigration, federal. But where are the police? They know that they're there. Now, my deal is police, why can't they just get on bicycles? Why can't they just walk the streets? That wouldn't be impeding, that wouldn't be obstruction. Why can't they do that? Do you guys see, because I'm not really seeing that. I think actually if they could really, what it is, they're working against ICE, and so they're nowhere around. I just don't understand that. I'm new here. Thanks for coming in, though. Thank you. This guy is clout farming. If you say so, shut the fuck up, Kyle Rittenhouse did it. Sup, bro? Off topic, but did you oil yourself yet? Not yet, but I'm waiting on you, cool guy. I'm gonna oil you up real good. Do I got it in here? I do got this oil. Hold on. Oh, great! I got two of them. You know what? I'll give you one to oil me up, and it's the magic oil. It's the magic oil. I'll give you one to oil me up, and then you can, and then I can. You turn around, I'll oil you up, okay? But if you want, I do also have the cocoa butter, the Diddy special. But they say that this magic oil is supposed to be better than Diddy oil. It's a lot going on. It's heartbreaking to see. Hey, Chill Recruit, thank you for coming in. Beautiful. How are you? You say there's a lot going on. It's heartbreaking to see all of them lose their lives. They could have they could have handcuffed them. Chill Recruit, I promise to God, like I said, I had this conversation with a coworker, and he's Democrat, I'm Republican. We both agreed about the fact of the matter is this is fucking horrible. Okay, we know this is horrible. But so we're trained. He's 14 years into this. He's 14 years into the medical field. I'm 20 years into it. We are trained, highly trained in what we do, in the medical field. And we get traumas. We get gunshots. We get stabs. We had a gang type thing, whatever. This is last year, a while ago, and I'm like, are there even really any more gangs? But anyway. And it was a shootout and all that stuff, drug related and stuff. And the how it is, we have the guy who was actually, okay, let me say this, the perpetrator, right? Shot, and he's coming to the OR. We having to try to save his life, which we did, but you got the police right there. The police by law can only do so much because now they can impede and obstruct. We have to do our job to make sure that, okay, we get this, we try to save his life. And then with that, okay, you have recovery, you have ICU, then you can proceed to, okay, what do you call, like, convict, press charges, and potentially, go to prison or whatever the case may be. But we know the laws, we know certain things. But this is the point. The point I'm trying to make is it's tense, right? It's tense. It's a bunch of things going on, but we're going to try to de-escalate things. We're not going to try to instigate. I don't know if that makes sense or not. We're not going to sit up here and put all of, you can't bring emotion into this. You have to be, I don't know, what's the word? You have to be, what is the word I'm looking for? I mean, open-minded is one thing, but you have to, it's not to say you just can't care, but you have to, you got to be non-biased. You have to separate your emotions and your feelings from the situation. Because we know this guy has already killed people, right? But our job is to save his life because, cops have shot him and other people have shot him, and it's, the thing about it is, it's not going to help us if we say, hey, officers, we're not going to work with you. Get out of the OR. You're not supposed to be here. We're not going to give you a bunny suit. We're not going to do this. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. So you have to work with people. And I just feel like if I, as a U.S. citizen, or if I'm someone who they think that I'm not a U.S. citizen, or if I'm just, maybe I look like someone who's not a legal immigrant, or whatever the case may be. I'm going to comply. I'm not going to give them any type of, I'm not going to give them any reason to might harm me or think that or make them believe that I might harm them. I'm not gonna, I'm gonna, when they say don't resist, like there won't be any resistance. It's gonna be hands up. Like God is my witness. If they were to spray pepper me, I mean, I never ever witnessed that. I never like far as experienced that. I'm sure I have my hands down but I'd cover up and I'm gonna stop moving. I'm not going, and furthermore, with the situation, I know you're saying like, okay, because tase is so many of you guys cuff, but when I must say, when that agent pulled that gun from Alex, I think that started a domino effect that we can't we can't turn back the hands of time. Because in my opinion, I feel like, oh my gosh, there's a gun. Does he have another one? This man brought this to a protest. Why would he bring that through a protest? He's gonna try to kill us, or maybe is he gonna try to kill other people? We don't know. It doesn't matter. I see you, nurse. Kind, this, that. None of that matters. All that goes out of the window. It doesn't matter if well, Terrence, well, he's black. He has 4 degrees, 1 certificate. He just saved 5 people's lives today, which I really did. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If I'm going there, I don't know, like I said, I know I talk a lot of stuff about this, but it's just something that this is how I feel. And it's devastating. It's devastating. I just don't know. Chill Crew, can I ask you this? I don't know if you're still here or not, but if you go to a protest, would you bring a firearm? And let me just say this, and be that close to the ICE agents or anybody? Could you truthfully, answer that? But I don't want it to be a thing where, because I don't. How will we know that we're being honest, right? Because I'm telling you flat out, I'm not bringing my firearm. It was legal. Yes, I understand the Second Amendment, you guys. I'm not saying that it wasn't. I'm not saying that he did, by him bringing his firearm, was illegal. I just thought that was not very smart of him to do. And I don't think that it was very smart of him to do. And I just feel like it escalated things terribly, you guys. I'm telling you right now, you guys, you listen to me. I don't know if you can play this back or whatever. I'm telling you guys, these ICE agents, a lot of them are not trained. They're not properly trained. There are a lot of doctors. There are a lot of people who do what I do that are not properly trained. They don't have like even 5, 10, 15, 20 years into the field. So they're not equipped for this. So that's why and so I don't know. Obviously, Renee must not have known that. Alex must have not known that, but I know that. I'm telling you right now, I was right here and I'm preparing some things and stuff, whatever. It was daytime. Got a knock on the door. Sheriff, the police department, whatever. It was 2 guys come up, serve me some papers. I was sued. Okay. This is a true story. You think I'm finna sit up here, have my door open, and I'm open the door and stuff, whatever, but I'm about to cause a damn scene with these people, and they both got, they ain't got their hands on they got their hands on the waist, but they don't have it on their gun, but it's in their holsters and it's on their side, and I'm like, no, I'm not finna sit up here. I'm not gonna give them a reason to think that I'm trying to cause them harm. Am I pissed off because my damn cousin can't pay her damn loans and shit, and I'm the idiot that, co-signed for it, now they're coming after me? Hell yeah, I'm pissed off. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to put myself into a situation that, I could potentially get killed from. I know that you guys are like, this ain't the same thing. In a sense, it is, because you can de-escalate a situation, or you can escalate it. And it can elevate to something where, there's no coming back from it. At the end of the day, To be honest, I'm not gonna lie. There are so many. There's so many people protesting, and that we can't see. Right, we don't really see all of it in the video. But I'll tell you this much: I bet you money a lot of those ICE agents, they feared not only for their lives, but for the lives of the people that are surrounding them, and that guy who had the gun on him. And I get it. People are like, well, Terrence, no, he was directing traffic. He was telling people to come on. He had a phone in his hand. And I'm gonna read this comment. I know you just pop it in here. Brogle 957. If I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. You said what you're saying is like blaming a sexual assault victim for what they were wearing. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I'm so tired, guys. We can go down a rabbit hole. This is not what that is, y'all. No, 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 no. No, I'm not saying that. And we're not going to put words in each other's mouth. Now, if you want me to piggyback off of that, it's like this. A woman does dress, or a guy or whatever. Basically, and Lord knows I'm in Florida. Hell, have you been to Miami? The women and the men wear this damn what I call floss. The ass cheeks are out. I'm talking about women and men, and they're around children and all kind of bullcrap. I mean, I love this state, but it's very interesting. Okay, it's freaky as hell. But at the end of the day, that's one thing, right? Okay, there's nothing left to the imagination, but I can see if okay, so that's just one thing. But what if the woman is like, oh hey, flirting with the guys and going around the guys, or the guy going around the girls, or whatever the case may be, or whatever they're doing. I do feel like now you're putting yourself in harm's way because you don't know people. And that's what I mean by he was not putting himself in harm's way by directing traffic or by doing things. And neither was, in my opinion, Renee Good. But it's when you're not complying, all right? And because in my opinion, no one was after him and he wasn't after them. But it's when the other women started to approach and they're telling them to get back, they do shove, they do push. At the end of the day, they're saying get back. I'm just gonna keep it 100. He gets in the middle of that, and I get it. He's a nurse, he's an ICU nurse. He has this, in my opinion, the way I read that far as the video, he has like compassion for the woman and he wants to help. And that's the deal. You want to help, but now you want to help, but you have this firearm on you. You didn't disclose it. I know the situation, it was so quick going on, but we really can't hear too much, in my opinion. And you don't even know really what all that happened way, way before. I'm talking like 40 minutes before that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But at the end of the day, I just I can't say that's the same thing, and it's just not. And I really do feel like, okay, unfortunately, you did. You actually did fuck around and find out because you brought this gun to this peaceful protest, and I feel like things could have been de-escalated, but they escalated to like someone passing away again, someone being killed. To get back, ignored it, and got shot. Terrence, answer this. You are speaking yourself in circles. Okay, so TF, you keep talking about something that I'm not even aware of. I'm not going to answer things that I haven't studied, okay, that I'm not completely aware of, and I'm not going to take your word for it. And that's why I do these live streams. I don't want you guys to take my word for it. I want you guys to go do your due diligence, your homework, and listen. Okay, you can take it with a grain of salt. You can be like, okay, well, I kind of see his point of view, or I don't understand. So I can't speak on things that I don't know. And I'm not going to sit up here and I'm not going to sugarcoat this shit like other content creators. I'm not going to do that. That's why I say, y'all, this is not me clout chasing or me trying to be funny. I'm legit telling you guys, this is all fucked up. I'm upset that You know why? Because I'm a Trump supporter, and it's like, what is going on here? They're trying to continue to make him out to be this horrible villain, and he's not that. Same with January 6th. This man is not that. He cannot control everybody. Really, you can't control nobody, even if you are the president. At the end of the day, comply. You're in your car, you're going to a protest, you're in the way, you know you're in the way, you know you're an attack, you know you antagonizing, that's for fucking sure, and you are using your amendments, and as you should, as you can, but at the end of the day, once things reach that boiling point, you never know what could potentially happen, especially if I'm in my car and I proceed to drive and I actually do make contact with that ICE agent because again, internal bleeding, and especially if I'm getting in the way of someone because he did push, it can be her, him, whoever the case may be. I can't be the superhero in this situation because at the end of the day, now I'm in the way. Now I'm obstructing what they're doing. Who knows? Okay. Furthermore, okay, he had a gun, but how many people probably out there has a firearm? It's not illegal. I know this for a fact. So that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. I feel like these ICE agents they're in a tough situation. And you guys may think, okay, I'm crazy for this, but I just see it. I can see the good and bad in a lot of things in life. And I thank God for that. And you guys are gonna you can hate me. I hope you don't hate me, but I would rather for you just to agree to disagree with me and go ahead and continue to live your life. I'll continue to live mine. But making death threats or saying, "Oh yeah, your loved ones are next," I pray to God that doesn't come to fruition with your life or your loved ones. But my loved ones are not going to be in that situation. Hell no, we ain't doing that. And I know for a fact, my family, a lot of my family, especially obviously extended family, have done peaceful protest. I don't get why people feel the need to claim, okay, let me just say this, claim that they're coming, oh, open mind, good intentions, but that really isn't the case. Have you guys seen, I mean, in the media, it pisses me off. I mean, with black and white and, other, ethnicities and stuff, it's like, okay, why are you trashing your town? Why are you trashing your city? Why are you destroying, you know, why are you destroying your community? Like, that's what a lot of these, it goes from protesting, right, to a peaceful protest to a riot. That's why you have, in my opinion, things are just in an uproar. So I don't know the full solutions. I don't know. I don't know, but I can tell you this much. If I'm in the way, even if I don't know I'm in the way, thank you so much for the gifts, Will. I appreciate that. If I know I'm in the way and they tell me to get the hell out of the way, I'm gonna get the hell out of the way. I'm not going to proceed to be in the way. If they are pushing, or if something or other things were to happen, I can't impede. I can't obstruct because at the end of the day, I know for a fact emotions are running crazy through people, through their heads, and I don't know what people are thinking. I do not know. I just know that I'm not going to be that person to bring a firearm to a peaceful protest. And then once that was disclosed, because apparently they didn't know beforehand, and once that was disclosed, some of those ICE agents obviously did freak out. But are you telling me that wasn't like something like that was abnormal to freak out? And we know the things that have happened already. I just feel like I I really feel like with what's going on right now, I pray to God that ICE agents, and I pray to God that President Trump, and I do feel like, okay, if this is already in the works, I really feel it in my spirit, but I pray to God that President Trump um, can maybe vet better when it comes to them. And also, can we, if people that can come to Florida, they can come wherever. Can we have something where we bring in the city police, okay, and somehow orchestrate something that's a lot more, what's the word? It's cohesiveness, because I just feel like, okay, ICE agents just they come out, they're on a mission, they're trying to detain obviously someone who they feel is illegal or maybe having a warrant out for their arrest. Or they're doing these things to the best of their ability. But then you have your innocent bystander, but also you have people who are there to witness this and there to record, which they have every right to do that. But then when things get out of control, you know what I'm saying? Like I just don't know. I don't know a full solution, but I just, from the life, for the life of me, I'm like my head with Renee Good and with Alex now. Why weren't there regular officers around? But we can have a news conference saying, get them out of here. President Trump is this, blah blah blah. And it's like, but I'm the clout chaser. I think the clout chasers, I think the grifters, if you want to call it, really are the Minneapolis, police department. You guys need to be on foot there, because at the end of the day, if you're on duty or not, this is your jurisdiction. This is your town. Well, why can't you be there? Or because you're afraid to that you're gonna because President Trump isn't backing you up, but you're afraid to be there? I don't get it. So you're not there when there's no ICE, that's being enforced. You really weren't there, because if you were there, they wouldn't be there, if you ask me. But then now that they're there, you're nowhere to be found. So I feel like, yeah, citizens can take this up with, oh my gosh, the Republican, conservative and all that, and all the right side or whatever all day long and stuff. But know where you're at, because I think it's quite unacceptable. In my opinion, I feel like that could probably have helped a little bit more. It's almost like if the kids are getting out from school, and you don't have any, like, the women and the men who direct traffic, or for the pedestrians and for the kids. And it's almost like you don't have, you expect for people, parents or whatever the case may be, and you expect for these kids just to follow the pedestrian, walkway, rules and stuff. Like, no. Or you expect cars just to stop. No. A bus, like, we've seen it all the time, that kids get hit and the bus will stop, and the stop sign to come out from the bus. These people still driving. That's why now they have a bigger fees, bigger fines and stuff when you do that, because that is a crime. So now you're liable to spend like 5-10 years in jail and not even have harmed anybody, but it's just the intent to potentially cause that vehicular harm to, say, a child or whatever. All I'm saying is, guys, like, something's got to give. But in the meantime, can we just get the fuck out of their damn way? And I am a Republican. I support ICE. I'm gonna get the hell out their damn way. I'm not trying to be nobody's superhero. I'm not trying to sit up here and no, this ain't no Captain Save a Hole, Captain Save a damn bystander, Captain Save a protester. No, this is survival of the fittest. And I'm telling you guys right now, we're going to see more of these things happening if people don't allow these people to do their job. If they are going to keep obstructing and impeding, it's going to continue to happen. Because at the end of the day, you have emotions running, like I said, running wild. And I just feel like, with the lack of training and with the lack of, okay, caring for as far as the citizens concerned, caring for your community, I mean, I just think folks are so pissed off. They're so angry. And a lot of people have even said it. They want revenge. They don't even want peace. So I think that is something that is causing, in my opinion, is causing a lot more of the division, the divide, with this country, and it's horrible. And I almost feel like the Democrats, in my opinion, probably love it. Oh wow, because it's just continuing to show how horrible President Trump is, and it's like, you know what? That's never his intentions. Never his intentions. Why the hell would he want to sit up here? He didn't know Renee Good. He didn't know Alex. And on a personal level, what he wants is for people to do their job, let the ICE agents do their job, and then they will get out. What I would love it didn't, if you know, he could have stayed in the White House and stuff, and there wouldn't have been so many more illegal immigrants coming here. You know, I do feel like, in my opinion, I feel like I'm gonna be optimistic, and I do think that things will get better, but will things probably continue to be chaotic right now? Yes, because you have all this media involved, you have so many people that are like, they're, oh, murderer, 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 and it's like, but you're not looking at every single angle. And I'm not talking about the angle of the video, I'm talking about the angle of the situation. Peaceful protest, somebody brings a firearm. Now it's thrown back in your face. Oh, well, the Second Amendment. And it's like, I get what you're saying, but how do these, y'all, it's gonna be a rabbit. We're gonna go down a rabbit hole. It's gonna, apparently a lot of y'all like, you just talking in circles, because it's got you going in circles, because it doesn't make sense to do that. I'm not gonna sit up here and put somebody in. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna put myself in that situation. And like I said, for the woman who, like I said, I guess it was a woman. Her profile pic looked like a woman. She's saying, "Oh, yes, your family members next." No, the hell they're not. No, the hell they're not. No, ma'am, no, sir, no. Not voluntarily. I'm not like, if the ICE agent pushing this person, well, why are you that damn close to be pushed any damn way? Like, we got to make sense of these things. Get out of their way. Thank you so much again, Will. I'm going to purposely ignore what you're saying, because I'm telling you right now, I haven't read up on that and stuff, whatever. And this is not, and I understand how you can say it relates to this, but I don't know about that situation. Okay. Will, thank you so much. Don't walk into fire if you ain't trying to get burned. Thank you. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I know exactly what the hell you mean by putting that in there. And I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you guys. For some of you guys, I know a lot of you probably can't stand my guts or whatever. I hope that you subscribe. I hope that you subscribe. I hope that you give me an opportunity to explain myself. I'm nobody special. Okay. My mama raised me. I have black police officers in my family. We don't get off because my mama raised us like, you break the law. My mama, she passed away now, but my mama was the mama who, if you doing wrong, say, like, I don't have any children. My ex-girlfriend did have a miscarriage, but that was even after my mom passed away. But my sisters, for instance, if they're doing wrong by their children, my mama would turn their ass in. And of course, they never did wrong by their children. Their children are brilliant. I mean, they really are. I love my nieces and nephews so much. But my point is, I sold the caramel fucking apple sucker when I was 5 years old. My mama beat my ass, and she made me go back to the EJ Quick Stop, that damn store, and tell that woman what I stole. And that woman, my mama didn't like her response. She was like, "Baby, you gotta still know you can have as many suckers as you want." And I guess my mama probably had some words with her and stuff, because she didn't want that woman to say that. But at the end of the day, the point about it, my mama was someone who forced us to be accountable. When I'm right, I'm right. I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And I know for a fact, you guys think that this is a joke in the way in which in the way in which I think about things and how I process things. I don't know everything. All I'm trying to tell you is that I just, for the life of me, I don't understand. I know some people don't believe in promotion or influencers in a situation, even though, like, I'm somewhat of an influencer and stuff here on YouTube, but I'm just saying, like, guys, even if you say you have good intentions, sometimes the actions it doesn't depict your good intentions. Because if you have good intentions, if I have good intentions and I'm coming into a peaceful protest, and I know for a fact what has already happened, the situation with Renee Good, the situation with the pepper spraying, with people being pushed, I'm not going to be there with the fucking firearm. And then this just happens to be on me. Yes, I ain't pulling it at you and stuff, but it happens to be at me. And who knows? I still feel like, yes, looking at the video, Would he have gone? Would he have gone to his gun? People say, well, Terrence, well, hey, they took the gun. Well, do we know that does he have another one? He's not. He doesn't stop. They're saying, oh well, he's pinned down. He's on the ground, but he still is resisting. And I'm only going by the videos, and I know that upsets you guys, but at the end of the day, I am not sitting up here thanking God that two people have been killed. I'm not thanking God about that. I save lives for a fucking living, okay? I do not like death. Death is a part of life. All I'm saying is when you go into these situations, know that, okay, this is a possibility. Like I said, even if you're just innocent, you're just standing by, you're not even in close proximity, but you heard how many bullets are flying and stuff, whatever. And my mama always said too, a bullet ain't got no damn body, it ain't got no eyes, ain't got nobody name. So be mindful, be careful. That's why I want to make sure when I do protest, I go by my good feeling, but I damn sure wouldn't be bringing a firearm. And also, I'm not going to sit up here and get in their face. I really feel like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the late, great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the peaceful marching, peaceful protesting, and I get it. Somebody gonna say, "Well, look what happened. We're just in a cruel." I refuse to say that. It's not a cruel world. We're in a world where they're just cruel people. I mean, I think about what happened to Charlie Kirk, and I just cannot believe this. I won't speak on the CEO, of that insurance. I'm not gonna speak on that. I don't condone no violence, but all I'm saying is it's like, okay, you fuck some people over. But at the end of the day, I'm just keeping it 100. At the end of the day, I just feel like when it all boils down to it, you have people that might have good intentions, but nobody can be a mind reader. You have a firearm on you. Do you have any more weapons? You're definitely resisting. Like Renee Good, at the end of the day, she definitely drove off, definitely hit the ICE agent. You guys can keep saying a lot of different things and stuff, but the fact of the matter is, I just feel like these things could have been prevented if these people just were not in the way. And it's clear as day. And also, like I said, you don't have those police that are a part of that community at that right there, right then. And then on top of that, well, why would you want to be in that situation if you don't have that? But oh, Terrence, they're legal citizens and they can do this, and she just moved there, and this. I don't care if you're there, if you've been there for the entire if you live on that street the duration of your life. At the end of the day, when you coming, in my opinion, you're coming to that situation, and you're doing those things. That's not having good intentions. And at the end of the day, like I said, no, none of those ICE agents can read your mind. So be mindful. Get back. Get back. Get back. I don't know. I don't know what other way to say this. If you're saying, Terrence, you're telling us to be a pushover, you're telling us to be a coward. If you guys want to call it that, well, call me a pushover, call me a coward. And this may sound very evil, but I'm going to be alive. I have people who love me in this, even if you guys don't believe it, I have people who love me in this world, okay? And 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 my deal is I pray to God for my health. I pray to God. That's why I'm really being serious about this. Shout out to Kelsey, my niece, really put that on my heart to want to lose weight, to want to be better. But guys, I'm telling you, I'm not going to approach any situation and say, "Oh, I have good intentions, but I'm gonna cause some problems. I'm gonna cause some issues." I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to do that. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. This is it's just it's baffling to the mind because it's like, well, why? What did you think was gonna happen? I don't know. But then also, but was there any thinking involved? So I don't know. I just pray to God we can learn from these things. It's unfortunate, and I am not. You can call it, oh, you're victim shaming, you're a terrible person. No, I'm a fucking real individual who really cares, who really have seen a lot of shit that maybe you guys have never even thought about. Maybe you guys have never even thought of the things that I've seen in the OR, the things that I've witnessed, the things that I've witnessed even growing up, growing in the projects and stuff. I've witnessed a lot of things. I've experienced a lot of things. I've gone to 32 states. I've gone to 3 countries. I've experienced so much. I'm 39. I feel like I have a lot more to learn. But at the end of the day, I just feel like these things could have been prevented. And I do think that it's a it's interesting because it's like, okay, well, it's a male and there's a female, and they're both Caucasians, but I do feel like it's a control thing, or a power thing, if you will. I remember it was a gas station, and let me just say this, in my opinion, this brown guy was approached. He was pumping gas. He was at the gas station. I'm not too sure if it was a Circle K, but I feel like it was just like a Circle K or something like that, of that nature. But you have tons of, I mean, the ICE agent approached him. This man just he hands him a card, maybe an ID or whatever the case may be. I know Broken Wing come in. She said, well, Terrence, that doesn't really mean that you're a citizen, but you know what? That's good enough. I suppose if they want some type of legal identification, card or whatever the case may be, well, your ID, your license, I guess that will suffice. Me, I have my social security card. I have my ID. I also have my birth certificate folded up in my billfold. I just don't know. Like, I don't know what else to do. You know what I'm saying? But I can tell you this much: I'm gonna be compliant. My point is that man was just fine, and the white men who were angry, right? Get the hell out of here! They were cursing at him, which you can do by law. You can curse from afar. Y'all, you really have to understand understand your right. But they were standing from afar. They weren't in there when those officers, it was 2 ICE agents, approached that man, and they weren't like forceful, and he was not resisting. He was pumping gas. They asked, and he was very he complied. He gave them, let them see these things. They went on about their business. But at the time when they were, you can say, harassing, whatever the case, asking, whatever the case, those people that were protesting did not impede or obstruct those ICE agents from getting the information from this man that they needed. So nobody was shocked. Nobody was punched. Nobody was pushed. Maybe were some egos kind of, hurt a little bit. Yeah, because they're calling them all kind of pussies and this and this and this and this and that. But okay, that's what they signed up for. They know that, okay, these people within these communities are angry, they're upset. Now adding on to the fact of the matter that you have people that have been killed, now it's even more elevated. So, but at the end of the day, they did not enter their space in a sense, and they didn't impede or obstruct those officers, those ICE agents, let me say that, from doing their job, which was getting the proof that they needed from this man. And they went on about their business. Now, I don't know. I don't know. People say, well, if those white people weren't there, that brown man or whatever, I feel like, he looked Indian. All I'm trying to say is, at the end of the day, black, white, green, purple, whatever, be compliant, stay out of their way. And I just don't see anything escalating to someone potentially being shot. I don't. And then people say, well, Renee Good was unarmed. She was in a car, if I'm not mistaken, a Honda Pilot, which is considered even more so SUV than a crossover. That's the weapon within itself. It's so interesting how people can just. We all have opinions, and how we can just say, oh, well, they should have did this, they should have did this. Well, they should have did this, they should have did that. We got shoulda, coulda, woulda. These things should not have happened. I don't agree with that. He's not a damn terrorist. He's not a damn assassin. But I can tell you this much: why would he bring that much ammo? Why would he bring that gun to a protest? I say I can tell you. Let me ask you: why would he? Why would he do that? Did he feel? Did he feel fearful for his life? If I'm fearful for my life, when I went to those protests, I went to two of them in Mississippi. Well, I'm sorry, I went to three of them in Mississippi. I went to two in St. Louis, Missouri. Both were pertaining to Michael Brown, and then I did go to one when I was in California, and that was pertaining to um, uh, that was pertaining to Trayvon Martin. Okay, and these things. Let me just say this. Yes, it's in a sense of, obviously police brutality. Uh, white on black, black on white. Racist. And that's why I said this is an interesting type of situation, because now these two people have been killed. They were killed, are white. They're Caucasians. So we can't throw in race. And I just feel like, unfortunately, some people, even okay, from the Republican side, maybe want to throw in the word terrorist, maybe want to throw in the word assassin and all that. I feel like those things are not going to de-escalate the situation either. But at the end of the day, just as they're saying that, people saying all kind of shit. My deal is this all be prevented if you don't go with the firearm, or if you get out the car after they've asked you to go, after they ask you to get out of the car, but even before then, get the hell out the way. So these things wouldn't have escalated, in my opinion, to that. But again, it's a bunch of shoulda, coulda, wouldas. It's a bunch of, well, this should have happened, this should have happened. So no, I disagree with a lot of things. I agree with a lot of things. A mild bruise is internal bleeding, laugh my ass off. Okay, at the end of the day, none of this is a joke. I get what you're saying. Let's just dumb down a situation that, oh, a little bruise, little bleeding, that's nothing. She used her car as a weapon. All right. She used her car as a weapon. She had ample amount of opportunity and time to go, but she chose to not go. And I keep, for the life of me, I'm like in my head, well, they shot her. Okay, the guy shot her. She, in my opinion, she did use her car as a weapon, but they didn't shoot the wife. The wife is yelling and shame, shame, and this and this and that. But she's not approaching them, say, let me try to fight you, let me try to stab you, let me try to hurt you. I think all she had was a whistle. They didn't shoot her. These are not murderers, okay? These people are fearing their lives just as well as probably the people that are there are fearing their lives. This is what you call, in my opinion, as I've stated before in other live streams, there could be better training, okay? There could be better training. But on top of this, well, damn, how many times I gotta tell you to go before it escalates to, okay, get out of the car, and now you proceed to go, which you should have already gone. So I don't know, you guys. Like, again, the way that I look at it, I know you guys are calling me a lot of names. Some of you guys are, some of you are not. I appreciate everything and stuff. At the end of the day, that's just what it is. I know that I'm putting myself in that situation. But at the end of the day, be compliant. And I can't guarantee you nothing. But I know if I have full emotion, which I, in a sense, definitely had the emotion being a black American, and dealing with the police brutality and things of that nature and stuff, because it could very well happen to me. I protested. I thought about my nephews. I think about people, But at the end of the day, I want people to be compliant. I want them to be direct. I want them to be respectful. The devil is busy, and I'm gonna say that the devil is busy. This is not rage bait. I can promise to God it's not rage bait. Thank you all that have sent me a gift. Erica, thank you so much for the laughing disco. I'm so sorry that I'm just now seeing this. I'm so sorry. Welcome to the TNT family show. Thank you for that floating heart. God bless you, Tina. I know your birthday is coming up on the 30th, and I'm super stoked about your birthday. Your analogies are bad. Please stop. Okay, you don't have to listen. You don't have to listen. Like I said, I know that it may sound like okay, crazy, but that's just what it is. Isn't the whole situation fucked up and crazy? It's just like it's just no good coming from this other than well, hopefully people just know to stay out of their way. And if you do want to get into their way, don't be in a car and don't have a damn firearm on you. How about that? Who on crack? Oh, I mean, I'm not on crack. I'm too damn big still to be on crack. Thank you again, Will. I'm not going to deny that killing is wrong, but so is this nonsense in Minnesota. They came to DC, Chicago, and nobody got killed. I just take a damn tennis racket and I want to take a damn ball. And I want to just, because I'm frustrated because it ain't even Trump, you guys. Like, they've been around since 2003. Trump has enforced them as he should, as, in my opinion, Barack Obama, which he did. But I feel like just here recently with former President Joe Biden, he did not. These things, and I'm not putting all the blame on former President Joe Biden, but I'm telling you guys, this is nothing new. The immigration, these agents, this is nothing new. You guys, this is the thing where I just feel like me talking to these students earlier today. I said to myself, and I had them bring them both to the side, and they both started crying, but I was very respectful. I said, you have to realize, you have to be receptive of the feedback, be it positive or negative or constructive criticism, if you will. You and my mom would laugh right now if she was here because I'd say Dr. Phil. My mom couldn't stand Dr. Phil, but he'd say, but I love how he would put like, "Hey, I'm talking to you, and I'm explaining this here, but I can just already see you're not really listening because he really is great with body language and stuff, but you're not really listening. You're already thinking about a conjunction, but 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 no, but just listen." And a lot of people aren't listening, and I feel like that's the issue too. We're not listening. Because if we listen, we know that this is not in place this is not the Nazis, this is not like a white supremacist, this is not, and for the life of me, I'm like in my head, well, how can you pop that out there when there's white people getting killed? That's not me trying to be disrespectful. I'm just keeping it 100. That's the, kind of like, a little irony in there because there's people like still throwing a race out here. No, you guys. I'm like in my head, it would be a little red flag if it's like, okay, well, Trump is racist. And then you got like all these black people that's getting killed by the ICE agents. Well, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think I mean, and that's not to make this a comedy or to make it like laughter, but this is just the reality that we're dealing with. I do feel like white privilege is a real thing, and I think that obviously some of these people feel like they're above and they can do whatever they want to do and they can bring a gun to a peaceful protest, which by law they can bring a gun, but once it's exposed, I don't know what can potentially happen because I'm not gonna be in that position. I'm not gonna put myself in that position. Stewie, you said ice, baby. Oh my gosh, you cracked me up. You have a problem with the homeless, white privilege. What, James? Why you say that? What? I'm just saying. Or am I homeless? Yes, I'm homeless. I am the big back, black, gay, homeless Republican. That's who I am. Or that's who people have said that I am. So that's what I am. Like I'm homeless, Almost a $3,000 condo. Um, but April, no, I'm not gonna block anybody. Um, he is homeless. Yes, I am very homeless. And if you guys could please donate, donate all of your money. Um, I know some of you guys probably just got your W-2s. When you get your refund check, come back to It's a Terrence kind of thing. Donate your refund checks to me because I'm tired of being homeless. I'm so tired of being homeless. I'm so tired of being on my own. Won't you help me, girl, as soon as you can? Damn apple, a Honeycrisp apple. Damn $4. What the hell? No such thing as white privilege. Oh, okay, if you say so. Terrence, hey, how are? Wait. All things Key Nicole Terrence, hey, how are you? Just stopping in before I go to bed. I'm doing very well. How are you, beautiful? Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming to hear all things Key Nicole. I appreciate you so much. We'll say all no such thing as white supremacy. Um, Tay, you laughing? You laughing at me? He motherfucking tried. He motherfucking tired of being homeless. I'm not looking for anything. God can judge. Yeah, but that's why we have law and order on earth. I agree. Kath, Kathy, just for you this time, God isn't real. God is very much so real. Don't you? Come on now, don't say that. I can't tell you what to say, but I just wish you wouldn't say that. God is real. God is real because seeing my mom in a casket and me still be able to go into a surgical setting and still operate on people that has her cancer that they literally like took her life, ovarian cancer, and to make a difference, there's a God. There's a God. There's a God. There's a God. And I will never. And that woman taught me about God. And she also taught me about standing up for what I believe in and not and questioning and doing my own research. My mom was a Democrat. Okay. My dad really is someone who, he's independent. He really doesn't really get involved with that too much. But my mom told me, she said, well, you do your research and I support you no matter what. But you do your own research. My mom never wanted us to conform to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, now I'm not. Y'all may say this is crazy, but even when it came to God, going to the church, doing our research. I mean, my mom allowed for us to, learn things in the way in which we did, because really, when you think about it, it's like everybody can read the same scripture, and get maybe have some similarities, but still take something different from it. And that's what my mom taught us to do. She taught us, even with my sisters, because my sisters are a little bit older than me, just a little bit. We all close. I'm 39. Keisha just had a birthday. She's 43. Josie got one coming up in March. She'll be 42. And like I said, we're all close. But they obviously they had some of I was gonna have the teachers that they already had, and they would tell me, "Oh, Miss Landfair is this. Oh, and Mr. Landrop. Oh, you ain't gonna like her. You ain't gonna like him. And oh, so and so mean. So you gonna love this person." And my mom said, "Boy, you can take into consideration, but with a grain of salt, because you form your own opinion. Don't go in. Now you have cloudy judgment because of what they told you. You form your own opinion. That's why I say all these content creators out here, all these people, and they say, "Oh, well, Terrence is this or this person is this." Come and get to know me for me. If you see, damn, he crazy as hell. Okay, well, whatever. But I want you to get to know me and my shenanigans and what I do, and don't go based off of what somebody else said, because that person could very well just be uh, the number one hater, somebody who just completely jealous, somebody who just are afraid to even do remote, like just a fraction of what I've already accomplished. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that's not throwing shade. That's just me keeping it real. But that's what my mama allowed for us to do, even with God. It was never forced. It was never forced. But in my opinion, and it's my realness, it's my reality. God is very much so real. And I'm telling you right now because I know he is, because people have called me so many names, and I've been seeing some of these damn comments, even though I ain't responding to them. But that's how I know it's a God. And even though I looked and I responded to some of them, I ain't just lose my damn mind. So, God is very much so real. Um, uh, I'm open to people's opinions, unlike name calling people. Oh, okay, I got you. Of course, you are allowed, but why? Jesus loves you all. Have a great and blessed day. You as well, Sophie the last. Thank you so much. Do I work crafting and building on a budget? Yes, I work in surgery. Mm-hmm. I make over six figures in a year, but I'm the big back, like big back, squeeze into this tiny shirt. My big back has no room. I'm the big back, black, gay, homeless Republican. Just because you're allowed doesn't mean you have to. Because I don't know if you're a troll or just dumb. I answer and acknowledge that killing is wrong. Why do you carry a gun anywhere? Because we're in America and we have freedom. I agree. I'm not going to carry it to a peaceful protest, um, and ICE is there. And I ain't talking about the black ice. I ain't talking about the cold ice. I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it because I'm not doing it. And even Lord is my witness, I'm not doing that. And I just don't want the smoke, so I'm not going to bring the smoke, but also I shouldn't need to do that because it's a peaceful protest. I've protested in my life at least five to seven times. Because, the other two times, it wasn't like it was small. I'm gonna say seven because, like I said, I for sure, like I said, with Michael Brown, with Trayvon Martin, and with the ones that happened in which did not even weren't even mainstream media that happened in Mississippi. There was unfortunately a black I say kid because young teenager was hung, and and um and then there was another two incidents where these black young men, but older than 21, were killed, by white officers, and then allegedly one of the white officers were, they don't work for the police department anymore, Columbus Police Department, but allegedly the the both white officers. This happened at different times, but we're like, oh, we're gonna kill a nigger. And this is coming from the police department. This is coming from like people within the police department. Um, and it was black and white police officers that testified and said, okay, this is exactly what they said. Now, again, in my opinion, I say allegedly because I haven't heard any recordings. Um, you know, I, y'all, like I said, the world is not fucked up. We just got some fucked up people in it. Okay, that's for sure. And I know I work with some, not currently. Okay, I thank God for the people that I do work with. I don't trust on them, but I thank God that it's not. I've been to a lot of hospitals, over 60, and I've been to some good, I've been to some bad. But the place I'm at right now, I'd say this is top five. Definitely a great environment. Are there some lazy people? Yeah, but that's any and everywhere. But it's a great environment. Three terms for Trump. Oh my gosh, will you love that, Donna? Oh my gosh, that's why people's like, oh, that's not right. That's not the Constitution. I'm like, well, can we just change that? Can we petition to change that? And I think that he is very much so up for the job. Why are you? It's justified when he didn't grab his gun. Oh, huh? Trump forever. I love that story, girl. TFN, you're not wrong, and killing is wrong. Period. But why are you bringing a gun on a peaceful pro? Can we talk about this? And this is what I've been talking. This is my argument the entire time. And then people say, well, what about Renee Good? Well, why would I be sitting up here impeding and obstructing these ICE agents from doing their job and potentially even causing more of a stir up and more of something that should never have been escalated? Now I'm causing this big scene. And then when I was asked to go a while ago. Now it's like get out, get out, get out. I'm not following orders. I'm not being compliant. Then I proceed to drive off. Even if my intentions, Alex with the gun, and not, oh, I'm not coming to bang bang, but I'm bringing a gun. Even if my intentions were pure, I don't know you, sir, ma'am. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And so you proceed to drive and you do hit me and oh, it was an accident. It very well could be. But at the end of the day, that car is now a weapon and it was used just as such. And I'm not gonna say I'm sorry for the way that I think about these things, you guys. Should people be getting killed? I really hope that they wouldn't, but it definitely will happen. It will continue to happen. Folks has got they got some at some way. People got to realize that this is not okay. It's just not okay. I mean, it's not okay. It's frustrating because why do I think this way, and why can't other people think this way? But again, how would I sit up here? I'm not going off on anybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going off on anybody. I just feel like, if you have good intentions, truly have good intentions on coming to a peaceful protest, you wouldn't be obstructing, you wouldn't be impeding. You'd be watching from a distance, have that damn camera. Y'all talk about my damn raggedy phone. These people got the state of the damn art Galaxies or drawers or whatever, state of the art iPhones. You can watch from a far distance. And you can still, if you do have social media or a podcast, you can report back to that and then do and follow up and do these things. Why are we sitting up here trying to, in a sense, why are we trying to attack someone who is really actually helping America, which are the ICE agents? You guys, over 200,000 people have been deported. And you know what? A lot of those people who were illegally here went with no problem. That's how it should be. Over 200,000. They weren't killed. They weren't like shot in the head. They weren't. They didn't resist. They knew that they knew what was up, and I think that's what it is. At the end of the day, why are the people that actually are citizens of this beautiful, beautiful country are getting killed? Do you understand? Like, Kim, it's just almost like Charlie Kirk hated people. The man who hated people brought a microphone and a stage to the very people that couldn't stand him, and he allowed them to have a voice and speak up and debate him, but he couldn't stand. He hated people, and he can't stand. Huh? It makes me go, huh? Because I don't understand the way people are thinking. But again, maybe I'm not meant to understand. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm using a part of my brain that some people don't use. I don't know. Michael, thank you so much for that high five. I appreciate you. And at Chai, Brogle said, at Chai, can you at least admit they need better training? You already know my question. I mean, my answer to that. I said they absolutely need better training. I do think that one thing that I really wish I could see is a cohesive respect between the actual police department within that. I mean, I just don't understand what the hell is going on in Minneapolis. I mean, this is not the this is not the only goddamn state, the only city within the damn state that they have been to. Why is this happening there? Is it the weather? I don't know. Anyway, I'm not being funny, but like, what the hell is going on? I don't understand this. I don't know if it's like, let's just get in their way. Let's just let's block them. Let's impede. Let's obstruct, and let's just see what's gonna happen. I don't get that. I don't get it. I don't know. I know the devil is busy, but I'll be damned if I keep blaming the devil for every damn thing. The devil's sitting back here like, well, why the hell you blaming me? Hell, these humans doing it them damn selves. I'm over here minding my business. I got my cocktail and I'm just chilling. The devil is not responsible for all of this, and I'm gonna be honest. People are they have God has given us it's at will, right? God has given us our own will. We know right from wrong, and we know what we should or should not do. And also, we know that some things, even if it's good intentions, can potentially lead to something that is unimaginable. So I don't know. I just feel like y'all know the way I feel. You know how I feel. Oh man. Rigorous exams and demanding training program, but it's achievable with relevant experience in law enforcement or criminal justice, strong academics, and commitment to the extensive vetting process. I said, thank you so much again, Michael. I appreciate you so much. Very well said. I promise you, I work in the medical field. I'm not lying, you guys. I can't. I've been a part of what you would probably call a DEI type of experiment when I was in Alaska and I was in Colorado. And just saying, literally black people they wanted a more diverse group of people at the hospital. And I was the token black guy, obviously, because they wanted me to be on this committee, even as a traveler. I'm not even going to be there longevity, but they wanted me on the committee because they were interviewing black, people. When I was in Alaska, it was a black woman, black man. I said, hell no. I said they are not right for the job. They don't have the credentials. They're not licensed. They don't have the certifications. They don't have the experience. Sure enough, they went against what I said, hired them anyway, didn't last for 8 weeks. They extended my contract. I was supposed to be out there. They didn't last for 2 months. They didn't last for 8 weeks. That's pretty bad. Now, in Colorado, uh, two black men. This was in Colorado. Two black men. I did the interview. Not just me, but it was a group of people. Freaking amazing. I mean, wonderful experience. I don't know if they're still there or not, but they were there when I left. Now this was some years back, but they were there when I left. So at the end of the day, this was not called. It was definitely a part of being more diverse, but it really wasn't like the DEI. I'm just saying I've been a part of that type of process in a sense. When they did that in Anchorage, Alaska, and Anchorage, I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but I've been to Anchorage twice. Anchorage, Alaska has a lot of black people. It has a hood of black folks in Anchorage, Alaska. That's from Alaska. So again, media or the news can depict certain things, which show certain things. But until you go to these places, even like, I haven't been to London, England, but I've had, friends and family go there. They say, oh my gosh, they do some of the same things that we do. They just may say bloody hell or this or, but they speak English. They like rap. They like this. They like jazz. They have clubs. They do, they gamble. All these things. This world in which we live in, you guys, it's so beautiful. And it can just be a melting pot. It depends on, like I said, how people react to other people and how they just learn to deal with, if they can learn to deal with different people. But at the end of the day, it will always be violence. Nothing is perfect, and that's just unfortunate. But all I'm saying is, I just feel like we need to be more aware of certain things and stop with just like with the whole DEI thing and stuff. Stop with this acting pretend we don't know what this really is, and stop pretending that we don't know. We stop pretending. In my opinion, I'm just gonna say this: we acting like we don't know really what was going on with when people come to a peaceful protest or when they see ICE and they're going to that and they're going around in that vicinity. We know there's some people who just want to instigate and feel like they just have because they're, because of the land of the free and our, admittments and stuff, oh, that they are just above this and above that. In a sense, you're not. And mistakes can still happen. Even if you are absolutely in the right, mistakes can happen. But at both of these individuals, if you say that I am victim blaming or I'm shaming, I would never sit up here and just say things just to shut things up. I'm calling it like it is. Right is right, wrong is wrong. They never should have been in those situations, especially if with what in the nature that was going on. I would have been in my car, and if I was asked to leave, I would have left. Now I'm being asked to get out. I'm going to get out, and I wouldn't be going to a protest with a firearm. And then multiple ammo is that, like, I don't know, y'all. That it's very strange. But thank y'all so much for being here. Stewie said they are trained according to their experience too. Y'all noticed that the LGBTQ movement and woke movement went away. I don't think so. I don't think that went away. Not really. LGBT is still going pretty strong. I agree, bro. I agree with that. But thank y'all so much for coming in here. I'm sorry I didn't get all to the comments and stuff. Like I said, I did a StreamYard. Y'all can go look on my channel. I did a StreamYard last night. Nobody barely came in. And I think because I am horizontal, and I just feel like YouTube does not push me out when I do the StreamYards. So that's why I said when I get time, maybe this week, maybe on into the weekend, I'll do a vertical live stream because I want the people to come up, respectfully come up, and let's talk about these things. Not coming up showing your private parts and cursing people out. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. Okay, I want us to be adults like I know we can be. And we can, at the end of the day, if we just can't see eye to eye, we can agree to disagree. But I want respect, and I'm gonna give you respect. But I'm gonna do a live stream, obviously here on YouTube, vertical live stream mode, and then I'll say, guys, okay, come follow me here. Give me 10 minutes, give me 15 minutes. I'm gonna set up a StreamYard. So now people can come up and speak about what they feel, because I know I'm doing all the damn talking, and I know y'all are typing, which I do appreciate the engagement. But I do want to bring up, a few people on the panel and stuff, whatever. And I got so many damn hours on StreamYard, but I have to be mindful because I know I've done some StreamYards in the past, and people have they really came up and done some things that could have got my channel shut down. So I have to be mindful of that. But anyway, thank y'all so much. You said I would say that with funding, sorry, I said fucking. See, I'm so horrible. With funding cuts, LGBTQ aren't as noticed because lack of funding for events can rally around a term so they can hate. That's what woke is. There's no woke movement. Have a great night, but much respect, my friend. Thank you so much, Michael. God bless you. Donna, God bless you. I love that emoji. I love you. I appreciate you. And thank y'all all so much. Like I said, people who actually came in, and I'm sorry if I didn't get to all the comments, but trolls, haters, actual supporters, the people who are just like really just kind of want to get a different perspective about the situation. But thank y'all so much for watching. God bless you all. I will talk to y'all soon. Okay, have a blessed one. All right, bye.